Rouge, là, chez le père, ouais. Hello, everyone. Shegun Fatumo, you are as constant as the day. Welcome back. Good evening, everyone. Oh, sorry, good morning, everyone. It could be good evening in America, for example. So welcome, Bidemi, Kennedy Festus, Adeleke Adeni, Yomi Jegede, Obi Ojimadu, Samuel Molombe, Daniel Atsenga, Christy Bassi. Welcome. Anne-Marie, John Bull, Miranda, Darlene Madu, Jolomi White, Aki Sugar, Taiwa Buaba, Shomi Kende, Purity Life, Anastasia, Niyi Olushola, Felix F. Victor Ogundikpe, Randall Ghana, Bose Fanyajola, Shiga Nwafo, Tim Dotun, Oluwafolakemi, Prince Dominic, Samuel Modombe, Vendivna Lungu, wow, from Moscow, brilliant. Well, welcome everybody, and I would like to ask you to go to the share button. The share button is under your video. Let's look for that share button and let's share the link. I'm sorry, yesterday night the thing went off faster than I intended to finish. So please, let's go and share it now so that we could start on time. So let's quickly go share the link, look for the share button, and we'll be ready to go. All right, here we are. Okay, today's topic, we still continuing to talk about the differences between a man and a female, between a man and a woman. Those differences are so many that I've been talking almost 2 weeks now, and I'm not near finishing. So what makes a man different from a woman? Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at the difference between a man and a woman. What makes us different? Well, one of the things that make us different is that how do I say this now? A man makes his needs clear. A man, most of the time, will... Okay, let me say this. One of the things that make us different is in the way we present our needs and our desires. Men and women present their needs and desires in different ways and different manners. So a man, in most of the cases, will come straight. A man is a straight shooter. A man is a straight shooter. A man will most likely tell you what he needs, especially if he needs that thing from you. So a man states his needs clearly. A man mentions what he needs. A man tells you what he needs. A man makes his request clear. Makes his request clear. But a woman, she can make her request clear, but especially if you are having a relationship with her, if you are, let's say, husband and wife, a lady does not always, if she really loves you and you are in a relationship, a woman might not always tell you directly what her needs are. She wants to make you to figure it out. She's expecting you to figure it out. She's expecting you to figure out what our needs are. So that is one area where we're a little bit different. A woman is thinking in her mind, if he really loves me, he should be able to see. Can't he see what I need? Can't he see my problem? Can't he see my situation? Can't you see? Now, of course, a lot of women have gotten smart, and a lot of women have learned the lesson that you've got to talk. And if you don't talk, the man will not get what you are talking about, and the man will not always suspect or always figure out what you need. But the things I'm talking about are the standards. These are the things that are natural to the ladies. Now, somebody could come on now and say, no, I say what I need. I always speak my mind. Yes, maybe you've learned to do that. But naturally, it's easier for the lady to wait. It's more natural for the lady to kind of not to be too upfront with our need and our request from the man. She has that need, but she is a little bit delaying it, waiting for him to see for himself what her needs are. Because she's thinking, but he loves me. If he loves me, he should be able to see what my needs are. And also she's thinking, let me try and see how much commitment he has for me. Because a lady needs affirmation most of the time. And this is one of the ways that she is waiting for affirmation. She is looking for affirmation. She wants to be sure of her disposition to you or of your disposition to her. She wants to be really sure that what she believes of you is true. That what you are telling her is true. That if you say you love her, if you say she's special to you, if you say she means someone different, someone unique to you, if she is truly different and unique to you, that you will care more to find out what her needs are. That you are supposed to show interest. You shouldn't be waiting for her to be coming to you to beg you to do something for her. And she's thinking, if you really care for her, if you really love her, that you are supposed to see what her problems are, what her needs are, and you are supposed to naturally respond to her and naturally respond to her need and naturally cover for her and meet those needs for her without waiting for her to come and be telling you and begging you to do something for her. Now, if your relationship you've been long and you are used to each other, and of course a lady could just come out and, you know, tell you what she needs and all that. But it's not, you know, it's not a right choice. It's not a best choice. She initially would like you to be the one to reach out to her. She wants to be the one she wants you to be the one to, you know, see what her needs are and to really reach out to meeting those needs. She wants to actually, you know, a little bit keep quiet and see how much you care for her. Because when you notice the need of the girl, for her, it means that you are looking after her. It means that you are noticing her. It means that you are watching after her. It means that you are not indifferent to her. It means that she matters to you. You care about her. And because you care about her, you are watching after her. You are looking after her. And you are you know, there for her to always notice, to be the first one to notice what her problems are, what her needs are, and to be the first one to respond to those needs, and to be the first one to, you know, tell her and be there for her and help her out of that problem that she is in. But when you don't seem to see or notice our problems or our situation, when you just pass by and you never notice her, you never notice what her challenges are, and you never notice what her problems are, a lady gets so discouraged. A lady gets broken, and she begins to think in herself that you don't really love her. Because if you had loved her, you would have noticed that she's having this problem or the other. If you have really loved her, that you should have been able to tell that you should be able to see. She expects you to see what her needs are. She expects you to be able to not just see, but to respond to those needs and to really show that you care for her. Because remember, for a lady, love for a lady is not just what it is for the man. And what love is for the man is sex. And the lady is not waiting for you to come and have sex with her if you cannot even respond to her elementary need that she has now. If you are not even careful enough or attentive enough to see that she is in trouble, that she is having challenges, and to offer to help her, you're not even offering to help her. You're not even reaching out to her to tell her you see what she's going through and try to support her in what she's having. You did not respond to her needs. You did not respond to her situation. You did not respond to her trouble, and you just want to sleep with her. A lady feels horrible in that situation. A lady feels like you don't love her. A lady feels that you are only there to use her. A lady is feeling that you just want to take. You just want to take something for yourself. You just want to explore her, but not really to love her. Because for her, a sign of love is that you are so careful with her, you are so attentive to her, and you are so detailed with her, and you are so you wash out for her so much that you are able to see the little needs she has, the trouble she is in, and you are able to pay attention to her, and you are able to offer your support and offer your help to help her out of that situation where she is in. That is a better sign of love than just want to sleep with her. So a lady wants you to find out her needs by yourself. A lady is waiting for you to tell her that you notice her problems, that you notice her situation, and that you know why she's feeling the way she's feeling, and that you are there to understand her, and that you are there to help her as well. So that is the way a lady is expecting you to respond to her needs and to her problems. Why the man, on the other hand, is not expecting you to suspect and to know by yourself what his needs are. A man knows that he has to tell you what his needs are, that if he doesn't tell you, you will not know. So that's how a man thinks. And in a marriage relationship, sometimes it's often that you hear this kind of conversation. The woman is blaming the man, saying that he's not looking out for her and he's not noticing what her problems are and he's not responding to her needs. But the man, on the other hand, is complaining and blaming the lady and saying, what do you mean I don't see your problems? What do you mean I don't respond to your problems? How can I know what your problems are? You didn't tell me you have a problem. Did you tell me you have a problem? And I never responded to it? You never told me you have a problem. If you told me you have a problem, I would have responded to it. But you didn't say anything. If you had said it, I would have responded. But you never said it. You never said you had a problem. If you have a problem, let me know. How do you expect me to know about your problems? How do you expect me to know what you're going through? How do you expect me to know what's in your head? And then the lady will be saying, the man will be saying, but I'm not an angel. I'm not a mind reader. I don't read your mind. I can know what is going on in your life. I can know what problems you have. I don't know what challenge you have. How can I know it? I'm not the Holy Spirit. I don't live in you. And that is the man's response and the man's attitude to a situation like that, when the woman is thinking, but can't you see that I have this need? If you really love me, you're supposed to have noticed that I have the needs. And there is a reason for that. Again, we are going to go back to our usual suspect. We are going to go back to the photographs that we normally use. I'm going to demonstrate this to you in this photograph for you to see why this kind of dichotomy, why this big difference between how a man perceives life and how a woman perceives life. Why is it that the lady wants you to suspect about her need, to guess and to know what her needs are, and why is it that you cannot guess it? And so what happens is that, you see, the woman has all our body, all our system built in together. The intuition, the emotions, the feelings, everything is all wrapped up together. So one thing is affecting the other. So whatever is happening in her mind is happening in her feelings. Whatever is happening in her feeling is happening to all of her body. She's feeling everything she's going through. So she's thinking, since she could feel everything on every level, that you are supposed to be feeling, and you are also supposed to notice what she's going through. But the problem with the man is, he's so separated. His mind is separated from his feeling is separated from his mind, his emotions is separated from his heart, his heart is separated from his body, everything is separated. So if you don't tell him, he doesn't know what is going on here. If you don't inform him what is going on here, he doesn't know. So you have to tell him to know. He doesn't just automatically feel or knows what's going on in other parts of the body. But for the woman, she automatically has the connection to whatever she's going through in all a part of the body. And so she's expecting you to easily find out. But the man cannot easily find out because he is wired totally differently. Totally differently. So, so the woman and the lady is thinking, but it's so obvious. It's so obvious that I am tired. It's so obvious that I'm sick. It's so obvious that I don't have the mood. It's so obvious that I have this problem, that I have this need. Why is it that it's not saying it? So the woman comes to the conclusion that it doesn't love me. That's what she says. She says, it means it doesn't love me. If he cannot see these needs, if he cannot see these needs, how can we talk about loving me? Where is the love? If he is not speaking this, if he's not seeing this, if he's not even seeing my elementary need that is so obvious, what kind of love are we talking about? It means he doesn't care for me, he doesn't love me. And then sometimes later on, much later, when everything is becoming so obvious, then the man comes and says, are you okay? How are you feeling? Are you okay? Then the lady then begins to say, yes, I'm okay. So, and the man just turns around and goes away. And she gets more annoyed and she gets more grace. I said, he's even gone away. He's come to ask, am I okay? Instead of him to stay with me, instead of him to stay with me, why did he come to ask if I'm okay? If he's not going to stay with me, if he's not going to, support me, if he's not going to be there for me, he asked if I'm okay, and he just turned around and went. But the problem with the man is that when he's asking, are you okay? He's expecting you to tell him what is happening. He's expecting you to tell him that you are not okay. He's expecting you to tell him that, okay, I have an headache or I have a bad mood or this thing is troubling me, these are my challenges and things like that. Since you didn't say it like that as a lady, you didn't tell her that you are sick or that some things are bothering you, and you just told her, I'm okay. Since you said you are okay, he believed your words. That is the problem with the man. The man is not experiencing your feelings. The man is not feeling what you are feeling. He is not feeling it. He is not seeing your feelings. He doesn't know what feelings are, and he doesn't know what's going on inside of you. He only knows information by what he hears. He only knows your words. He only believes your word. So if you said you are okay, but he didn't even know that you said you are okay no, it's a sarcasm. A sarcasm to let him know that, can't you see, are you blind? Can't you see that I'm not okay? You are still asking. That is what the lady is trying to say. But the man doesn't know. He just said, she said she's okay. I think she might be sick or she's not looking great. But I asked her. And she said she's okay. Since she said she's okay, she knows better. If she says she's okay, it means she's okay. It means she doesn't need my help. And the man just turns back and goes. Then the woman gets really mad and begins to think this man doesn't love me and all that. Wow. So that's the difference between a man and a woman right there. It's a big one. Let me see how you people are responding. Let me see what you are saying. Miranda said, Pastor, you are a blessing to humanity. Thank you. Tim says, wow, this is awesome. Men see love in terms of sex, and ladies see love in terms of attention, is it? Protection and being sensitive to their needs. Yep. Pastor Shigo Nwafo said, Pastor, flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. Thank you. Nkiro said, you better say it, ladies. They don't feel it. They don't know until you say it. Say it, baby, say it. Emily York said, shouldn't women be taught to be more communicative? Well, that's why I'm pointing this out, and I'm underlining this point over and over again. I don't see how this is helping to improve marital relationships. I don't think we should all put everyone in a box and say, this is how you are. Well, there are some basic tendencies that both men and women have, and it's helpful to know. Joseph says, good morning, doctor. It's been an enlightening session, though very sensitive topic, but it's worth it. Exact knowledge brings total freedom, right? Shiga says, we women think it's all obvious what we are going through. Isi Okeaya says, wow, Pastor, you are just too much on this matter. Thank God for your ministry in times of like this. For sure, homes are receiving healing right now. Rochelle White says, my eyes have opened so much. And Shioma is saying, Pastor, please, I need clarifications here on why the men go the extra mile to find out these needs before they get married, but after marriage, it is the woman that needs to follow up. Well, the man is the hunter. The man is the hunter. Before he marries, he wants to win you over. Before the marriage, he wants to win. The one great desire of the man is that he must win. So he's always trying to win. He's always striving to win. So he needs to win the girl. A man has his target before him, and he wants to reach that target by all means. He wants to subdue that goal. And so you are the goal when he's dating you. He wants to subdue you. And that's why he would do everything to do that, to subdue and finding out, going the extra mile. But now that you belong to him, familiarity brings contempt. He got used to it, and he just think if you need anything, you now say. Yikart Nipilif says, okay, if that is the case, why are men acting like they know everything, as if they have figured out everything? Men are acting as if they know everything, in the sense that they need it for their pride. The man needs to show that he knows everything for his status, for his ego's sake. He needs to show forth that he is smart, he is big, but he doesn't prove to know what you are going through. A man would not claim that he knows what is going on in your heart. Shinwei says, this is so true of our expectations, and that is my response as a woman. Shigo said, Pastor, you know these things for real. M. Christine says, it's so true, Pastor. Isi Okeaya said, I always hear it from husbands that I am not a mind reader. Yep, that's what the men say. But for the woman, it's so frustrating. Okay. Leslie Nayo says, we tend to assume that he should know what I want. Meanwhile, men don't work on assumptions. They want us to communicate our needs and feelings. Yep, you're right. Nkiro Ojimadu says, when a lady just says that she's okay, that is trouble. It means she thinks I'm not okay. Nkiro says, so to marry a woman, a man must be a magician, right? You can't believe what Niyi Olushola says. Niyi said, okay, once you said you are okay, it means you are okay. Off I go. Now once she says she's okay, then I believe you that you're okay. I'm going to work. That is the men's mentality. But she's expecting you to stay. kind of difference has broken a lot of marriages. Yep. Omonike said, that is true. If a man does not know the feelings of his woman, the woman will definitely think the man does not care. But now, I know that the man does not know. Thanks so much for this teaching, Pastor Sunday. God bless you. He didn't know, of course, he does not know, unless you say it. Yetunde said, even when you tell him you are feeling ill, he will say, go and see the doctor, because I am not one. So why keep quiet, speak out, up, ladies? Yeah, because he doesn't, when you tell him that you are feeling bad or you are ill, he is thinking of the solution. Man is more solution-oriented, answer-oriented. And he knows that if you are ill, that the doctor will do a better job getting you healed, getting you cured than he would do. But what he doesn't know is that a woman needs companionship at any time she's feeling bad. What a man doesn't know is that no matter what the need is, the very first response of a man must be to come and cuddle her, to come and support her, to come and be there for her, to hug her, to support her, to just touch her, and to make her know that she's needed at that point, and that she's loved at that point. And before you call the doctor, be there for her. That is one thing that the men don't know, and that's why we must talk about it. Anastasia, as a pastor, you are a psychologist and a psychiatrist, a counselor, all rolled into one. Ojuolakwe said, assumptions are the downfall of any relationship. Historically, we think it is the other party's assumption of the situation, but your teaching is revealing to us that it is our own assumption that is the issue. Only knowing and understanding the nature of men and women can give us the right attitude and strategy in navigating life's relationships. Theodore says, I thought women like to talk about everything to their husbands. So why do they tend to hide these important feelings and expect men to figure it out? Well, that's why I'm telling you about the difference in the makeup of man and woman. The woman is thinking that what she's going through, especially when she's in trouble, is so obvious. And it's an opportunity for her to know how the man cares and how much the man loves her. Because if I'm feeling bad, I don't need to tell you. That is so obvious. You are supposed to see that I'm feeling bad and respond to that. And that's why the woman is not talking about that. A woman will normally talk, when she's in a good mood to talk. But when she's feeling bad, she's expecting you to see what her needs are. Yesterday is saying big difference here, but communication is essential. Otherwise, you are on your own. But Dr. Adelaja, how comes we women know what they want? Are we magicians? No, because just your nature. The nature of the woman is that she feels things intuitively. A woman can read what is going on through our intuition and our emotions, like I said yesterday. I spoke about intuition yesterday. You have intuition, but we don't have it. The women have intuition, she has feeling, but men don't have it. So that is the difference. We don't have it. I spoke about that yesterday. We only, men only take decisions and understand reality through what we know, through our knowledge, through our experience, and through facts. That is the only way man understands life. And that's the only thing that we use to take decisions as well. But the women understand life not just through what the facts are saying or what our experience are, but the woman understands life also through our feelings, through our emotions, through our expectations, and through our intuitions. So women are understanding life from within, Why men are understanding life from outside. Yosola Adegun said, amazing. I'm currently writing about this. I believe God wants this knowledge there. Our greatest failures is the evidence of our great ignorance. Well done, sir. My question and amazement is, why did God create us this different and want us married? Just wondering. Well, I already answered that question in my previous series. So you need to go and listen to some of the other series I did last week or 2 weeks ago. Akin Sugar said, your simplicity is so childlike, and God bless you. I read one of your books years ago, insightful. Money won't make you rich. That's the title of the book, right? Phyllis Meek said, Pastor, I've been a widow for over a year now, and this is still a great topic to hear. I was married for 40 years. This would have been a great help. God bless you all who are listening to. God bless all those who are listening to you. Okay, so we understand that now, that men like to speak directly what they need, what their needs are, and they don't expect you to read the mind. They don't expect, no, men don't read the mind of somebody, and they don't expect you to read their mind also. They tell you what their problems are, what their needs are. But the woman expect you to be able to read the situation and be able to see things for yourself and be able to respond to whatever situation they are going through without them telling you. Now, the next point, next thing that differentiates a man from a woman that we all need to know, another thing that differentiates a woman from a man that we all need to know is that a woman expects the man to lead. A woman expects her husband or the man in her life to take the lead. A woman expects the man to take the decision. A woman is waiting and expecting the man not just to take the decision, but to take the lead in crucial matters. So if there are some decisions that needs to be taken, the woman is looking forward to the man to take those decisions. The woman is looking forward for the man to lead, and she will gladly follow. Now, there are a lot of people who say that women always want to be a leader, but it's not true. Women begin to try to be problematic only when the man refuses to lead. When they are waiting, when the woman is waiting for the man to lead and the man is not leading, then she begins to cause crisis, she begins to be hysterical, and she begins to get irritated and wonder what is happening. Why is he not doing it? So because she's expecting him to do it and to lead, and when he's not leading like that, that's when she begins to, she's forced to react. She's forced to say something, to respond, and if you are not still leading, then she's forced to take the leadership and begin to lead. It's not always easy for the woman to lead. It's not always easy for the woman to take the decision. Sometimes men think that the woman wants to take the decision. Why is it that she is always pushing for something to be done? It's not because she wants to take the decision. It's because she's trying to tell you to take the decision. So every time she's trying to say something or do something, it is a way of making you to do something about it. And it is when you don't do something, that's when she does it. So every man that is listening to me here, you should know that it is not easy for the woman to take decisions. It is not easy for the woman to lead. And the reason is this. Let's look into this diagram again. You see that this is the woman here. Why is it difficult for her to lead? Because she's having mixed emotions and feelings. Everything is in her at the same time. She's having thousands of thoughts, thousands of decisions to make. She's having thousands of ideas. So it is difficult for her to know which one to follow. She's hearing hundreds of voices at the same time and different ideas. Her emotions are telling her something. Her feelings are telling her another things. Her heart is telling her thought thing. Her mind is telling her another thing. So all these things are communicating to her at the same time. So that's why she's expecting somebody to come like the man. The man, everything is separate. Our emotions and feelings and mind, everything is separated. So it's easier for him to take the decision and to take the lead. So it's difficult for the woman to take the lead because she doesn't know where to go and how to go because our emotions are going all directions. Our emotions are everywhere. Our emotions are going in all directions. A woman is always having a crisis of choice, a crisis of choice. So she's always, okay, let me take this as an example here. This is a good example here. You see the lady is crying. This lady is crying because she needs to go out. She needs to go out, and these are her clothes and dresses. And she's saying, I don't have anything to wear. I don't know what to wear. She's complaining that she doesn't have what to wear. She's crying. And this man is just having one. He say, you say you don't have what to wear? What you have is enough for me for the rest of my life to wear. So he doesn't care. He is wondering what's wrong with her. She doesn't know. It's because everything is mixed up in her. She's considering so many things. She's having so many considerations. So it's not easy for her to lead. That's why she's expecting him to come and ask her questions and give her some advice and tell her and give her leadership and give her, some instructions and lead her in the way and tell her what to do. He's expecting the man to give the instruction to her. That is why it's not easy for the woman to lead. The woman needs help because she's always so confused. And the reason for that is because she's having so many emotions at the same time. You see, she's having all these emotions at the same time. All the emotions are going through her. So when she's having a choice to make, it's confusion time for her. She needs somebody's advice. She needs somebody to tell her something, to come and discuss with her, to ask her questions, and to give her some suggestions on way to go forward. So a woman doesn't want to be the leader in the family. A woman is not waiting. She doesn't want to take the place of the husband. It's not easy for her. That's why a woman always needs a man in her life. A woman always needs a friend or a husband or a father or a man that will be able to advise her. A woman is always in need of advice. Even though it's like, they are behaving as if they know everything. It's like they are behaving as if, they can do everything and they are ready to do everything. But the problem is that they are forced to do that when the men are not acting. It is because of the lack of action of the men. It's because the men are not doing anything. They are not taking decision. That is why they are forced to do something. Because, time is going, or the children are suffering, or the family is suffering. And when nobody is doing anything, that's when she begins to take the decision and the authority in her hand and begin to do something. But naturally, she doesn't want to do anything. She wants to do many things, but she wants somebody to lead her, to tell her what to do, to guide her. So the woman needs leadership. And that is why God told, this is the very reason why God told the man to be the head of the family. This is the reason why the man is the head of the family. The man is the head of the family because it's easier it's easier for him to take a decision than it is for her. Let me see if I could give you another example like that. Now, this is the man here. This is the man going to the store to buy things, to do shopping. He just goes through, buys what he needs, and he goes out. Either yes or no. Yes or no, yes or no. He's going, he sees something, yes or no. Yes or no. No or yes, yes or no. That's what a decision the man needs to make. Yes or no, yes or no. Go in, go out. But look at the woman. When this is the morning, she needs to do shopping. See all things going on in her mind. And this one is going here, full. Everything is connected. Everything is interconnected. All different thoughts. To her, they are all one thought. But there are so many fragments to it. And the money, she has the money. See what is happening. This is the man's head. And this is the woman's head. See what's happening in her head. All these things happening in her head. So it's not easy for her to take a decision. And he just yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. That is why we need to help our women. And that is why women need the men to be men. Women need leaders. Women need their husband to be real men. And women want to follow and marry a man that is really a man, that is strong. Women always like strong men. Men that are able to take decisions. Men that know what they want to do. Men that have clarity in their mind. Men that can take decisions. Men that can take leadership. So one of the things that a woman needs in her life is leadership. She wants a strong man that is able to take leadership. So to marry for a woman, it means to go and get married to somebody who is a leader. Every woman needs a leader. Every woman needs a man that will take decisions. A man, not just to take decisions by himself, but a man that will ask questions from the woman. A man that will discuss with the woman, discuss with her, hear her out, and then before he takes a decision. A man that will always advise her and give her leadership, give her direction. That is the kind of man that a woman needs in her life. If a man is not going to be a leader, a woman doesn't need him. If a man is not going to give direction, a woman doesn't need him. If a man is not going to lead, that man is useless, and that man is headache to the woman, and that man is causing more problem to the woman than the problem itself. Because the woman is already having her problems in her mind. She's already having so many problems already of how to take a shot, how to make a decision, or how to choose something, to take a choice or make a choice. So if the man that is supposed to be there to help her and to give her direction and leadership is not doing it, it's like you are adding to her problems. It's like you are becoming a complication for her. So a woman needs a man in her life to lead. A woman needs a man in her life who will give direction to her. Okay, let me see what you were saying now. Okay, Shioma is saying, Pastor, this particular issue is very serious in Nigeria today. The men have gone to sleep. We need to raise a generation of men leaders, even to take our nation forward. Princess Ade is saying, oh my God, that is so true, sir. You just painted my picture. May God open the eyes of our men in Jesus' name. Amen. Yet today is saying mixed feelings and a state of confusion is always happens at times, especially when you are outing. Every woman goes through that moment. Irina Simeonova, thank you that you explain men how we think. Vivian Taylor, that is right. Nothing to wear. I need help. Irina is saying, yes, I just need him to help me take decision. Just take decision. Irina is saying, I have a boyfriend. He always told me I push him. But I just needed him to take decision. You see, men, are you hearing? The woman just need you to take decision. Yet today he's saying, wow, my God, oh my God, that is me in that diagram. Just the way it is. Wow, Dr. Adelaja. Gloria is saying, Efekodo, Pastor, thank you for nailing this point about women waiting for the man to take decision. And she becomes impatient when he drags his feet. Men, please wake up and take the lead as at when requested or required. Vivian, exactly. We are looking for men to lead, and it's frustrating when it doesn't happen on critical issues. So we will make it happen. It is not easy for a woman to take those decisions. Omonike said, because of this teaching, I now know so many differences between man and woman. Our own thinking as a woman is that men don't care and they don't have any feelings whatsoever. Thanks so much for all this revelation, Pastor Sunday. You are a blessing to us in this generation. God bless you again and again. Thank you. Shigo said, yes, we love to follow. Yeah, I just pray that everybody is listening and learning. Stamford Bridge. This is a nice advice, man of God. I'm watching from Thailand. Joy Akano said, a woman sincerely needs a strong man. I long strong men. Yeah. Every woman needs a strong man in her life. Pat Agbon said, many women know what to do, but they just need the man's support by saying something reasonable and confirming a decision. Yes. No, what do they say, madam? Do as you are led. What do they say? The men say, madam, just do as you are led. But at the end of the day, we'll say she is the one wearing the trouser. Oh, dear. Cordelia, amen. Pastor, you are very correct as always. Every woman needs a proper man. Irina, why do men always take things in a negative way? Because they don't know. All those your men need to come and listen to these teachings because they just don't know. Just like you don't know how the man nature is and how a man makeup is and why he's behaving like that. She also doesn't know. I mean, he also doesn't know why you behave like that and what is happening in the first place. Marigold says, I used to get insulted by my ex for taking initiative since he refused to work and be a clear-cut leader. When I work and pay the bills, I still get verbally abused. Yeah, because it's not the place of the woman to work and take the leadership. The man is supposed to do it. And no woman should go and marry a man that is not taking responsibility. Nkiro Ojimadu, sure, sir. No matter how strong a woman is, she needs a stronger man beside her. A strong, real man indeed. Olufumilayo say, Pastor, you are just on point. Awesome. Shigo said, I just got tired of taking the lead. Yeah, because it's not the place for the woman. There must be a man there that is doing that. Noel, though, the first man is talking today. The first man to respond today is talking. Noel Okushuku, apart from Apostle today, of course. Just don't get it. Why not just ask me to do this or to do that? Then, presuming I know, I should do what you want me to. I know that I should do what you want me to do. And if I don't do it because I am not aware, you blow up. Please just ask me to do it, and I will. You see, that is how men think. That is men's thinking right there. Please, if you have not shared the link to this message, please let's go ahead and share the link so that somebody else will be able to hear these things and be able to know what is really happening. So go and look for the share button. The share button is under your video. Let's look for the share button under this video and press it. Just press the share button so that you'll be able to watch it later and be able to show your friends to watch as well. Marigold Brooks says, he will say things like, you think you are nothing. You have to be submissive and be the wife and not try to act like a man. Meanwhile, bills need to be paid. And if love to just be a princess and have my prince walk and lead, I would like to, okay, you see, a woman is forced to take decisions. It's not that she wants to be the leader. It's not that she wants to be the general, but in the pants, but she just wants the needs to be met and the problem to be resolved. And when the man is not doing it, that's why the women step out and do it. Patricia, when you try to push them to make decisions, but they refuse, then you are pushed to take decisions. Yes, you see, Patricia is confirming that. Especially when it involves your children. And when that happens, you get accused of wanting to be the head of the family. You see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, Noel again is saying, I think presumption take a lot of hold in our relationship. Please don't presume. Just ask me to do what you want me to do, and I will. By so doing, I get used to all that she expects me to do. So the men are saying they want you to speak out. Speak out and tell them what you want them to do, and they will do it. Joy Akanonu said, Joy, but men are also babies. They always want you to believe they are always right. Men love respect. Constant Wadi said, thank you, Pastor, sir, for this liberating truth. This would make future marriages models in Christ. Well, well, well. I hope this is helping somebody. So it is much more easier for the men to take decision, and the faster the men understand this, the better it is for everybody. Women are much more complicated, and they need the help of the men in their decision-making process. Okay, Jide Craig said, good morning, Dr. Adelaja. At times, women want men to automatically know what they are thinking. At times, men provide everything, but there is always something else that we've not done correctly. Well, it's not that women are necessarily looking for problems or looking for what you have not done rightly. It's just that you need to tell her to help you and tell her to discuss with you what is going on in her mind and what she wants you to do. We should be more humble as men and assume less that we have done everything right, because they are seeing more options. They are seeing many more options that we could even imagine. We are not seeing what they are seeing. So we should actually be more humble to ask the ladies what they are saying that we are not saying. Comfy, more blessings, Pastor Sunday. Love, 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 love. Thank you. Nkiro Jimadu, a really strong man for me is not a macho. It's a man that takes initiatives. Dull of understanding and wisdom, full of understanding and wisdom, full of God, full of God's, full of vision and purpose, always executing. If he happens to have some 6 packs too, I won't mind. The built body will be an addition for me. Noel Okushuku, I had to take up a job in Lagos State to pay the bills instead of sit back and watch my wife pay the bills. Though not a dream work, but I'm happy I take the load off her. She's not supposed to pay any leader in the first place. You don't need to think about taking the load off her. The load is not supposed to be on her in the first place, because you asked her out to marry you. She was living her life by herself, and you, by asking her to marry you, means you are taking responsibility for her life. You are supposed to take all the responsibility for her. She's not supposed to even think about bills in the first place. Christine says, respect is not exceptional. Both men and women must respect each other's differences. What is important is to tackle this together. Lillian shares, most men don't like to be told what to do. Yes, they don't like to be told what to do, but they could be advised. So you could just say what you want to say as an advice, or as your own opinion, or as a suggestion. Emmanuel Sampson says, many men mistake leadership for superiority. Many women mistake submission for inferiority. Yep. Lillian, they keep telling us to ask when we ask. And when we ask, it is trouble. Yeah, because they want you to ask in a way that is not showing your superiority. They want you to ask in a way that honors them as well. Shegun Emmanuel, thank you very much, Pastor. I think I know a little now about the women. Steve Osareti, thank you, Pastor, for this message. I think you will help the men by doing a series on how to lead. Okay? One day we'll do that. So if you have not shared the link, look under this video and press the share button so that you'll be able to watch this again. Irina, I was making all decisions in my family and he played computer 24/7 and do not want to make any decision. One day I became tired to try to solve the problems and make decisions and walked away. Yeah, because that means a woman doesn't want to marry a child. If he's just playing computer all day, he's a baby, he's a child. So he's not responsible. And there's no need to try and be, waiting for such a man to, he's just going to kill you, kill your life, kill your potential. And I think you did the right thing by walking away. Akin Sugar. So in marriage, we can't share financial responsibility when we both have income. Of course you can. You have to decide to do that. Of course, we have discussed that before. So you might want to go and look for some of the old messages where I spoke about finances in marriage. Nkiru, I always ask my husband, I always tell him how I see things and how I want to be treated. It works magic in our marriage. Yeah, that's very helpful for the man. Jide Craig, Pastor, I believe the man should be the sole provider, but some women just become laid back after they are married and have children. Many refuse to work and help out even when the man works hard at providing for the family. Yes, well, the man should have thought before he married. You shouldn't even be asking a woman to become your wife if you are not able to provide for her and the children. That is not supposed to be a woman's responsibility. If she does that, it's an additional bonus and it's a sacrifice on her part. But if you want her to be working like you and still be doing then you have to be doing the homework with her. You have to be helping her on the home front also. So if the woman has to work, then the man also has to work at home. Ezekiel Duke. Most women prefer to scold or rebuke a man instead of making their opinion known respectfully. Women also like to force themselves to lead. It brings conflict because it is against divine order. Now, you said most women prefer to scold or rebuke a man instead of making their opinion known. For a woman to begin to scold and rebuke, it means she has kept something in her for so long. It means that she has suffered in silence for so long. It is when a woman has suffered in silence and she has tried to wait for a response from the man and she's not seeing the response and the response is not forthcoming, that is when she now blows up and she begins to be emotional and reactional. So that is a last resort to just begin to make noise and scold the man. It is not natural for the woman to just begin to shout and make noise. It's because she has suffered and she had waited and she had kept a lot of pain inside her. That's why she behaves like that. So we should talk more to our ladies, and ladies should also open up more, and we should try to understand each other better before assuming that women are just like that. They are not just like that. Something leads to something. And he also said women like to force themselves to lead. I just told you now that it is not natural for the woman to be leading. She is not forcing herself to lead. She is leading because the man is not leading. She is, leading after waiting for the man to lead. It's easier for the man to lead the woman. The woman is waiting for the man to lead. It is when the man is not leading that she is forced to respond by leading by herself. So it's not natural that the woman is forcing her way on the man to lead. Emily says, you are right, Pastor. Reasonable women love strong men who can lead by example. A strong man is also very important for the kids they will raise. Pat Agbon said, a real man should know when things are not okay with their wives. Some of them do, but they just want the woman to say something. So women, don't die in silence. Please speak up at all times. Joy says, the problem I have with men is no matter how you think they love you, they can't stop being promiscuous. Yeah, I'm sure you've been here all this week and last week. I discussed that, why men are like that. It's something that they have to deal with, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Akin Sugar said, please start an online mentoring school. We have an online mentoring school. Go to SundayAdelajablog.com and you could register for that online mentoring school. Louis Abraham, Pastor, I've dated women who said I was either too tough or too simple. Sometimes it's just so hard to know what a woman wants. Well, to know what a woman wants, you have to know her nature. I know what a woman wants, and you ask them now, they will tell you, Pastor Sunday understands us. When you don't know what a woman wants, that's a sign that you don't know them enough. You have not studied them enough. If you even just study what I've been teaching for the past 3 weeks and listen to all these teachings, you will know them better. Although this is even less than 1% of what to know about women. Noel Okushuku said, I work in a state and my wife and daughter are staying in another. And when I lost my job, she stood by me, but I couldn't bear it. So when the opportunity of a job came from Lagos, I took it. From where I work, I had to make sure there is washing machine, generator, and our car always serviced. Though I am missing them, but I had to leave for work. But trust me, if you are sincere, things will work out for both of you. Wonderful. Mercy, Njao. Pastor, what should you do if you prepare tea for your husband and then it says it doesn't taste well? If he says it doesn't taste well, just say, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, and take it away. And tell him what needs to be done correctly. Is there anything to do correctly or to do differently? If he says, if he doesn't say it, then let him do it himself. Why should you? I personally don't see any problem in man doing his tea himself. Let him go and make his tea by himself. He's not a disabled. If he's not a disabled, what stops him from going to make some tea for himself? Anne-Marie is trying to answer Mercy. Just make another one and check on the steeping time for the tea. Some become too strong or lose their taste, become bitter if it's steeped too long. The water temperature might be a factor too. Well, that is a practical advice, but I think you must just find out what he needs first. Noel Okushuku, okay, man, please, whenever your wife is up from the bed, please ask her, Princess, what do you want me to do today? No, what do you want me to do for you today? How can I help you today? Or please call me whenever you want that resolve. Yes, that's so true. That's so nice. Okay. Nkiru is answering Mercy. If he says the tea, he doesn't like the tea, Nkiru says, I'm going to drink that tea myself and tell him to go and make one for himself. Yes, that is right. That is very practical. That is the correct response right there. M. Christine says, to know us being a woman, just simply study our nature, and Pastor Sunday's platform is the best teaching to know the woman's nature. Thank you, M. Christine. Thank you, M. Well. Okay, Boyega Ojuolakwe is asking, is it advisable for a woman to marry a man without a job, even if he has good plans or prospects? No, never. No woman should marry a man without a job. Let him go and get a job and even get things provided for. I've already spoken about that 2 weeks ago, about what a man needs to know before he marries. Yetunde says, if a man doesn't know what his woman wants, I think it's a sign of weakness. Women want covering for themselves and their children. That's what a strong man provides. Yep. Well, thank you so very much, everybody. I will be back in the evening. To continue this teaching. Thank you and God bless you. Please go ahead and share the link with your friends and write some comments and some commentaries for people to be able to, be blessed by this teaching. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye.